Journey to the End of the Earth by Tishani Doshi is an autobiographical travelogue featured in Class 12 NCERT Vista's textbook. The narrative chronicles the author's journey to Antarctica aboard the Russian research vessel named Academic Shokolisky. Spelling is Akademik, Academic, Shoka, Shoka, Lskiy. Okay, so Tishani goes in this vessel to Antarctica as part of Students on Ice program. The chapter explores the Earth's geological history, emphasizes the devastating impact of human civilization, and issues a stern warning about the future of global climate change. Now let's start with the summary. First, the commute and first impressions. The author travels from Madras, which is now Chennai, to Antarctica, spanning a total of 100 hours. This trip requires crossing 9 time zones, 6 checkpoints, 3 bodies of water, and multiple ecospheres. Antarctica. It is the coldest, driest, and windiest continent on Earth. Though she experiences profound relief and wonder at its endless white expanse and immense absolute silence. Now, let's move on to the supercontinent Gondwana. Do you know what is it? What is Gondwana? Listen, around 650 million years ago, a massive southern supercontinent called Gondwana existed where Antarctica is now. Gondwana had a much warmer climate, supporting an immense variety of flora and fauna. Okay? After a 500 million year run, the landmass fractured. Yes, the land of Gondwana split into the current layout of countries. India drifted north to jam against Asia, buckling its crust to form the Himalayas, while Antarctica drifted to the cold South Pole. Antarctica lacks any human history, but holds 500,000 years old carbon records trapped within its deep layers of ice, rendering it a time capsule of Earth's evolutionary timeline. Now let's come to the next part of the chapter, which is human impact and environmental concerns. Humans have been around for a mere 12,000 years, a blink on the geological clock. Yet, humanity has managed to dominate, alter, and strip resources from nature. Rapid population growth and relentless fossil fuel consumption have blanketed the earth in a layer of carbon dioxide, directly driving global temperatures upward. Unlike rest of the world, Antarctica has no complex ecosystem or permanent human settlements. This simplicity means minor environmental shifts yield huge reactions. The author directly observes retreating glaciers and collapsing ice shelves. And now come to the next part of this chapter, which is called the Students on Ice program. Founded by Canadian explorer Geoff Green, this program, Students on Ice, takes high school students to the ends of the earth. Geoff Green shifted his focus from wealthy celebrities to youngsters because teenagers are the future policy makers, right? You are the future policy makers. You, the teenagers, possess the essential idealism required to absorb, value, and act on environmental threats. Witnessing ice shelves melt in person makes abstract textbook warnings about global warming a tangible, alarming reality. Now come to take care of the small things. What does the author, whose name is, tell me, what is the name of the author? Tishani Doshi. So what does Tishani Doshi say? She says, take care of the small things. The narrative focuses on microscopic phytoplankton that is, single-celled marine plants that sustain the entire southern ocean food chain through photosynthesis. Further depletion of the ozone layer threatens these microorganisms. If phytoplankton fail, the entire marine ecosystem collapses, disrupting the global carbon cycle. This underscores a vital universal rule. Quote, take care of the small things and the big things will take care of themselves. And with this, we come to the last part of this chapter, which is called A Walk on the Ocean. The journey peaks at 65.55 degrees south when the captain drops the gangplank. All 52 passengers step onto a 1 meter thick sheet of ocean ice pack, walking directly over 180 meters of open living ocean. Wow. Observing crab-eater seals sunning themselves on the ice floes, the author reflects on the profound interconnectedness of life on Earth. The chapter leaves readers with an unsettling question. And what is that question? Will Antarctica return to its lush past, or will human greed trigger an early extinction? With this, I'm done with the summary, and as I told you, we will do the question and answers. So here are question and answers from your textbook. Let's start. Question number 1. The world's geological history is trapped in Antarctica. How is the study of this region useful to us? Answer. Antarctica serves as a pristine geological archive, holding crucial secrets about the Earth's evolution. Studying this isolated continent is highly beneficial to humanity for several reasons. First, understanding continental drift. Antarctica was once the heart of Gondwana, a giant southern supercontinent that existed 650 million years ago. Studying its rock formations helps us understand how the landmass fractured, causing India to drift northward to form the Himalayas and separating South America from Antarctica. Second, decoding evolutionary secrets. The region lacks any human history, meaning its landscape remains uncontaminated. Trapped deep within its ice layers are 500,000 years old carbon records. Analyzing these ice cores provides vital information about past global climates, atmospheric gases, and the evolution of flora and fauna. Third, predicting climate change. Antarctica acts as an early warning system for the planet. Because it has a simple ecosystem, minor changes have massive reactions. Monitoring its melting glaciers and collapsing ice shelves helps scientists accurately model and predict future global warming trends and sea level rise. Loved this answer. Believe me, write it in your exam and you'll get full marks. Now come to question number 2. What are Geoff Green's reasons for including high school students in the Students on Ice expedition? Answer. Geoff Green chose to include high school students in the Students on Ice expedition instead of the wealthy, retired celebrities for various strategic reasons. First, future policy makers. High school students represent the next generation of leaders, thinkers, and policy makers. Green realized that inspiring them at this young age would lead to real, long-term policy changes for environmental conservation when they grow up. Second, ready to absorb and act. Unlike older and wealthy individuals who had already retired from active contribution, teenagers are at an age where they are ready to absorb new information, evaluate facts objectively, and most importantly, act on their convictions. Third, idealism and energy. High school students still possess the idealism and raw energy needed to fight global crisis. The life-changing experience of witnessing melting ice caps firsthand shakes them out of their comfort zones, instilling an emotional connection and environmental consciousness that they will carry throughout their lives. Awesome. I love these answers, okay? Come now to question number 3. Take care of the small things and the big things will take care of themselves. What is the relevance of this statement? Answer. In the context of the Antarctic environment, this statement is perfectly illustrated through the example of phytoplankton, the microscopic single-celled marine plants of the Southern Ocean. First, the role of the small thing. Phytoplankton utilize solar energy to assimilate carbon and synthesize organic compounds through photosynthesis. Despite being microscopic, they form the foundational bedrock of the entire Southern Ocean food chain. They sustain all marine birds, mammals, and larger aquatic organisms in the region. Second, the impact of the big thing. The author warns that further depletion of the ozone layer will severely damage the biological activities of these tiny plants. If phytoplankton are compromised, the entire marine ecosystem will collapse, which will drastically disrupt the global carbon cycle. Third, the relevance. This scenario serves as a metaphor for global climate change. It teaches humanity that instead of worrying about massive, uncontrollable planetary disasters, that is the big things, we must focus our efforts on protecting the micro components of nature, that is the small things, such as reducing individual carbon footprints and saving micro ecosystems. If we preserve these small elements, the larger global environment will naturally remain balanced. Lovely. And now we come to the last question of the day, which is question number 4. Why is Antarctica the place to go to understand the Earth's present, past and future? Answer. Antarctica is the ultimate destination to understand the Earth's geological history and climate trajectory because it remains completely untamed and uncontaminated by human civilization. First, to understand the past, Antarctica holds the history of our planet's formation. Around 650 million years ago, it was the core of the giant southern supercontinent Gondwana. Furthermore, trapped deep within its ice layers are 500,000-year-old carbon records. Analyzing these pristine ice cores provides an unadulterated window into past global climates, atmospheric gases, and evolutionary timelines. Second, to understand the present. The continent features a unique minimalist ecosystem completely devoid of human markers like trees, cities, or billboards. This extreme simplicity makes it highly sensitive to environmental shifts. It allows scientists to observe the real-time, catastrophic impacts of human activity such as ozone depletion, the carbon cycle, and global warming. Third, to understand the future. Antarctica serves as a planetary early warning system. By directly witnessing the rapid retreat of giant glaciers and the collapse of massive ice shelves, humanity gets a terrifying clear forecast of rising sea levels and potential climate collapse. It forces us to realize the imminent threat of extinction if global temperatures continue to rise. Wow. With this, I am done with today's chapter. I loved it so much. Journey to the End of the Earth by Tishani Doshi. I hope you took something after listening to me. You took how to take care of the environment in small matters. Do you know? Saving electricity, not letting that light be on in the drawing room while you are in the kitchen, or saving water while you're brushing teeth or you are, bathing. These small things can actually work a big way in saving the environment. Do you agree with me? I know you do. This is Heena from Team Wallet. I hope you loved this autobiographical travelogue of Tishani Doshi. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.